At the start of the year we began our work on the roof deck, knowing it was going to be a big job that needed to be carefully designed, so we employed the help of my dad. Conveniently, he's a design engineer, along with an avid welder.
This here's the current design. And solar panels will sit in this frame here, which is going to get bolted down to this part of the base frame, and then the timber deck goes on this side. That there's about, from there to there is about 3 meters, which is pretty decent, 3 by 1.7 wide. So we should be able to have a few bearsies up there. Shoot. Cool.
The next few months we spent ordering the steel, cutting it to size, redesigning small elements, and slowly welding it all together to form the skeleton of the rack.
Hey guys, so over the past couple of days we've been working on the start of the roof frame, and we've been making a lot of progress. Steve's been busy at welding, and I've just grinded off some of the edges now to get them nice and flush. As you can see, it's basically steel frame. This is 45 by 45 SHS, but yeah, pretty solid base frame structure. And the timber roof deck's actually going to go on top of this. And basically at these cross member points is where we're going to have legs to create a handrail right around. Pretty much these two front sections is where the 2 solar panels are going to go. They're pretty decent solar panels. So yeah, we've got 2 320 watt solar panels, boom boom, and then the rest, which is 3 meters long, is lounging area. So yeah, it's coming along real well. Morning guys, the mammoth task of completing this roof deck continues. Right now these angle pieces are getting prepped to be welded in order to take the solar panels. But the reason why we've put them in an angle of such is to create a protected shroud essentially, in order to help the wind forces and other forces from wanting to rip the solar panels off the roof. We think it's going to be the best option, the safest option, and the easiest option for us with the other design of the roof rack. But as you can see, still a long way to go. Put little stubs on. Did you get them to cut out this piece as well?
Yeah.
For the inside, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
The next day there was more work to do, this time dealing with little fiddly pieces.
What we've been making, these little bracket angles I suppose, and essentially they're going to go like that when I get there, like that, like so. And if I put this down like here, maybe you can see, I hope, or maybe I'll flip it. This one here goes on this side, and so you can see that kind of creates like a shoe bracket I suppose around the main members of the roof frame, and then where these nuts are will be fixing points up until the roof rack, and I reckon that's going to add a lot of strength to take the load of the rack and whatever we put on it, and we're I guess we're not actually adapting the main frame at all. We're only applying the load to it, which is quite good. But yeah, I think they're coming along quite cool. A little bit of work involved, but I think it'll pay off as well. I'm hoping to be able to drill and put the Unistrut on tomorrow, and then from that we should be able to measure out the legs relative to the roof fence that's already in, and then we'll start to get progress. Hey guys, so sorry if you can't hear me too well. It's probably like all the time, but I'm sitting on the frame right now, and I guess I'm just prepping it to paint it. Sorry, it's a truck going past. So I've cleaned it with I think it's called motor muck, and I'm also now wiping it down with some white vinegar. The aim is to try and degrease the galvanized steel as much as possible. I think the white vinegar etches into the zinc supposedly to help when I paint it adhere a little bit better. Tegan and I have decided on some bright zinc colour. It's actually quite similar to the galvanized colour already on it. We were going down the route of black and white and all sorts of colours, but the black, I mean the steel will get really hot anyway, but the black will make it super hot, so figured not against that. And we don't mind the colour that it's already is now. I think it'll work quite well with the timber, so that's why we done that route. Plus it's relatively cheap. It's a zinc based product, well, I think it has zinc in it, so it will act as a little bit more of a rust preventative. That might make more sense. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Today's the day, folks. So we're going to be building a scaffold erection in order to lift the frame up 2.8 meters, and then we're going to drive the bus forward and then lower the roof deck onto the bus, and that's the plan. Yeah, see how it goes.
What are you doing? What are you doing? How are you going to lift it up?
Strength.
How much does it weigh?
Well, it's about 100 kgs. Just over, so not that much. But it's just spread over the distance.
Aluminium one would have been good.
I'll put it down.
Put it down?
Yeah.
You lift it. Yeah. Oh, mine's lighter.
That looks small now.
My way a bit. Yeah. A bit. Work out.
The following day the scaffolding came down, which meant we were able to install our solar panels. And with the main body up on the roof, it was about finding the right wood to install the last feature, the roof deck. We'd had a little trouble finding pine, as it seemed like it was sold out everywhere we went. So in the end we paid a little bit more for some nice macrocarpa. We stained it to ensure it wouldn't go grey in the sun, and we're pretty happy with the result. Keep coming.
Hello.